The Newmarket Hawks. Batting first in center field, number 3, Ben.
All right, welcome everyone. We're here for the first game here at Beasley Field for the 2022 Canadian U22 Baseball Championships. Mark Moff with you from High Button Sports. Thank you very much for tuning in as always. And we're getting ready for the first game here. The Newmarket Hawks and the PEI All-Star team going to kick things off here at Beasley. Of course, we're very excited here for this tournament to get game action underway here from the championship. And of course, we got the whole High Button Sports crew here. And we're certainly very excited to get tournament game action underway here. It's just the final warm-ups coming in here, as it'll be Newmarket going to be the home team, and of course the visiting team on the schedule there, the PEI All-Stars. Hot day here. It's expected to be in Dartmouth, 40 degrees with the humidity, so hopefully everyone's staying safe out there, that is in the stands and on the field and in the dugouts and in the broadcast location. So certainly making sure everyone's staying safe and healthy out there as we are going to get underway momentarily here with the game. Of course, And it looks like, yeah, here we go. Here comes Chase Godet, going to be leading things off here for the PEI All-Stars, starting this game in right field as he's about to make his way into the box to get the game underway. All right, here comes Godet to step in to get the game underway here. Starting pitcher for this game for Newmarket there is going to be Logan McKnight. So he's about ready. Logan McKnight, the left-handed pitcher, about to get the game started here with the first pitch. And that's going to be fouled back into the mitt there. 0-1 the count. Catcher starting there for the Newmarket Hawks is Ethan Murdy, who was in the Home Run Derby yesterday and actually did pretty well for himself there and actually won the whole darn thing. So that's as good as you can get there. As next pitch coming. Bunted, but foul, 0-2. Of course, just getting things underway here from Beasley Field here in Dartmouth. As Godet down 0-2 in the count here to McKnight. Stepping back in there. Godet. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from McKnight. Swing and miss, strike three, but it's dropped. They got to get that thing down the first. And they get in there in time, and that's going to be one away there. Ashton Fijo able to stretch there on first base in order to get the out there, and we're one away here in the top of the first. Nolan Ryan stepping in there to the box for the PEI All-Stars, starting this game at first base. Of course, 7-inning games here at the tournament, just that you all know here. 7 innings. Pitch in there, first strike, 0-1. Fastball right down the heart of the plate by the looks of it here. Stepping back in there is Ryan. Next one coming. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 0-2. Little bit of wind, I'd say, here at the BC Field here at the moment. But not a whole lot of it. That one's going to be grounded to third base. The throw over to first. In time, 2 away. Very nice throw over there as Reed Lunny able to get the throw over there, and we are 2 away here in the top of the first. Tyler Taylor to step into the box here for PEI, starting this game on the mound, pitching. So the 2 pitchers here on this particular one. Tyler Taylor was also in the Home Run Derby yesterday. Eliminated in the first round, but he got 2 home runs out of it for his performance. That's going to be a strike, 0-1. Stepping back in there is Taylor. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 0-2. Stepping back in here is Ryan. Down 0-2 in the count. Here comes the pitch from McKnight. That's going to be low and away. Ball 1, 1-2. I believe, yes, that's the first non-strike that McKnight has thrown here. 1-2 coming. That's going to be fouled back and away. And that keeps the at-bat going here for Taylor. Pitch coming. Swung on and hit into center field, and that's going to be in there for a single, and that's going to put Taylor on with 2 outs here in the top of the first. Ben McDougall to step in here for PEI, starting this game at third base. He's going to have a runner on first here in Taylor. Taking a few steps off first is Taylor, as here comes the first pitch to McDougall. It's going to be a strike. 0-1. McKnight settling back in here. Of course, has to keep one eye on Taylor at first as he takes a few steps off. Swing and a miss. That's going to be a strike. 0-2 the count. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Settling back in here is McDougall as McKnight. Keeping an eye on Taylor there at first base. Here comes the pitch. Strike 3, and that's going to do it here for the top of the first. And we'll see you back here for the bottom of the first in just a moment. All right, back here for the bottom of the first. This one still no score in that top of the first inning for PEI. 1 hit, 1 left on. No new market errors and no runs scored. So now we're on to the bottom of the first here. And here comes Ben Cinerenos, to lead things off here for new market here. Top first, starting this game in center field. And starting pitcher, I should mention, for PEI is Tyler Taylor, the man that was stranded on first base in the top of the first now, as we now move on to the bottom of the first inning. Of course, we mentioned 7 innings here for these games in the tournament. And we'd like to remind all of you to follow us on all of our socials, the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, High Button Sports, and of course our YouTube channel for these live streams of these games and all of our other video content as well. So that's going to be in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Nice pitch in there for Taylor to get his pitching starting underway here for this baseball game. 0-1 coming. That's going to be high. 1-1. Expect to be a hot day here in Dartmouth, so hopefully everyone's going to be taking their steps to stay safe in there, as that's going to be inside 1 and or 2-1 rather is the count on that ball. Settling back in here as here comes the pitch. That's going to be swung on, and it's going to be fouled back beyond our broadcast location here and all the way back onto the track and field facilities just behind us here. So that just shows you how far that ball went. 2-2 the count. Everyone's all right back there. Was not near anyone when it landed. Here's the pitch coming. That's going to be fouled back to keep the at-bat going there for Severenios in that one there, as we're at still the count, 2-2. As we have somebody coming back to retrieve that foul ball that's behind us there, so that's good. We don't want to be running out of balls here at this tournament, or any baseball tournament for that matter. That's going to be grounded, third base. The play's made. The throw is in time there for the out. So that's going to be one away there, as that was a pretty nice play there for Dylan Worth there at third base for this game for PEI, and he gets the out there, and that's going to be the out right there. All right. Ashton Fedjo going to get in there. He's starting at first base for this game, as we are one out here in the bottom of the first. Here comes the pitch from Taylor. That's going to be low. Ball one. 1-0 the count. That's low and away. 2-0 the count. Settling back in here, Taylor. As here's the 2-0 pitch. It's going to be a strike. 2-1 the count. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. That's going to be fouled back and make it 2-2. Of course, we mentioned earlier this PEI team. It's an all-star team from their U22 league there, so that's what they've elected to do here, send an all-star team from their league rather than a club team like the other 7 have. So they have that going for them. As here comes the 2-2 pitch. Ball. Full count. Fedjo thought about swinging that, but he stopped up at the last minute there, and the ball comes, and now we're at the full count. Payoff coming. That's going to be fouled back to keep the at-bat going, as that one's going to droop behind the plate. That's going to be put in there, but foul, kind of roped along the third base side there, but it is foul to keep the at-bat going. Of course, 8 teams here for this tournament, and out of all the leagues that these teams come from, it equals to 46. So 46 teams started the season, hoping to get to this point in the season here with the tournament, and we are down to the 8 best out of those 46. Another payoff. That is going to be driven to first base. Here might be a close play, but the touch is going to be made for 2 away. Had to hustle up there to Nolan Ryan there to get the out, but he is able to get the out there, and that's 2 away. CJ Maury to make his way up to the plate here for the Hawks, starting this game at shortstop. Maury's going to step in here. Here's the pitch from Taylor. In there for a strike. 0-1. Here comes the next one here from Taylor. Ball. 1-1. Should be mentioned here that these Newmarket Hawks that you see out there for the game here, they come from the GTA Leaside, or Leaside GTA League, I should say, as they are one of the 2 Ontario teams this tournament. That one goes to shortstop, and that's going to be the caught there, and the nice, beautiful catch made there by Ben McDougall, and that's going to do it here for the first inning. All right, back here for the top of the second inning here of this opening game here at Beasley Field for the Canadian U22 Baseball Championships. Newmarket Hawks and PEI All-Stars still going here. Mark Moff with you. Thank you very much for sticking with us here. And we're going to see Dylan Worth leading off the top of the second inning for PEI, starting this game at third base. Here comes the pitch from McKnight. That's going to be grounded. Oh, nice play there. Oh, but the throw might not be in time, and there's not even going to be a throw, so tricky little one there. And that's going to get Worth to first base there. That was a tricky one there for Reed Lunny there, and you just couldn't quite snag it, so that's going to send Worth to first base. Jack McKenzie coming up now for PEI, starting this game in center field. I'm giving that one as a hit to Worth there, because that was going to be a tough play for Lunny if he was able to get that one. I'm not counting that as an error, at least from my unofficial scorebook up here, so I'm counting that as a hit there for Worth. Ball, 1-0. Worth taking a few steps off first base as McKnight looks in for the pitch. That's going to be a ball. And Worth was thinking about going, but able to do a good job of stopping that pitch from going back there was Murdy. And keeps it down there. That's going to make the count 2-0. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1, 2-1. Dylan Worth taking his lead off first here. Here's the pitch. In that first strike, 2-2. Thought there might have been a steal from Worth, but ends up not coming here as 2-2 the count. McKenzie still in here for this at-bat as the count sits at 2-2. Worth a few steps off first. Here's the pitch. Belted to right center field. This could be a tricky one. But ends up not being, as the catch is going to be made there for the out. Jacob Silapika able to get that catch there, and one out here in the top of the second. Garrett Culleton to take a step into the box here for PEI, starting this game at second base. Worth still at first, taking his lead off. Here comes the pitch from McKnight. That's going to be drilled to center field, and the catch is made 2 away. Able to stretch up for that one was Ben Sidorenios, and he's able to get that catch there for 2 away. Garrett Hebert going to step in here for PEI, starting this game in right field. Worth is at first. Steps off about 2-3 paces off the bag here as McKnight going to get the first pitch here. Ball, 1-0. Stepping back in here is Hebert, excuse me. Worth, a little bit off first here. Here comes the next pitch from McKnight. Low, ball 2, 2-0. Still looking for our first runs of the game here. Haven't got any yet as we are now 2 away here in the top of the second. Worth off first. Here's the pitch from McKnight. As put to short. 2 possible plays here, but they're going to go to first. And, oh, the ball goes by. Ball goes by, so that's going to advance the runners here. There goes Worth to third. Herbert to second, and that's where they're going to stay. So runners at second and third here, as we're still 2 outs here in the top of the second. All right, Liam Label to step in here, the starting catcher here for PEIs. He's going to have some things here. He's going to have, or some players, I should say. Worth is at third. Hebert's at second. So first real opportunity for any team to get some runs on the board here as we're 2 outs here in the top of the second. Worth off third. Hebert off second. Here's the pitch. Ball, 1-0. Worth off third, Hebert off second. We're going to see this pitch here from McKnight. Ball. 2-0. Worth leading off third. Hebert off second. Here comes the 2-0 pitch from McKnight. Oh, foul back into the glove, and that's going to make it 2-1. We're still at third, and Hebert still at second here. Comes the pitch from McKnight. That's going to be fouled back, and once again back into the track and field facility here at Beasley Field, as that's going to make the count 2-2. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit here at Beasley. That might help cool off these players a little bit as it's very hot outside. It's about the most the wind has been up here today here at Beasley. Here's the pitch. That's going to be driven to right field, but the catch is going to be made. And that's going to be third out there. It's going to save the PEI runs from getting on there, and we are done with the top of the second inning. All right, Buck, to get underway with the bottom of the second here. Still no score here between the Newmarket Hawks and the PEI All-Star team here at the Canadian U22 Baseball Championships. Mark Moff back with you from High Button Sports. Thank you very much for sticking with us here. And it's going to be Ethan Murray to be leading things off here in the bottom of the second inning, starting this game at catcher. And, of course, another one added for his is winning the Home Run Derby last night, which was very exciting. We were certainly happy to be there for that. As here's Taylor with the pitch. That's going to be low. Ball 1-0 the count. Another pitch in there is a strike. 1-1 the count. Of course, you're going to want to keep it tuned into High Button Sports from all the action here at BC Field for the Canadian U22 Baseball Championships. That's a ball. Count now sits at 2-1. Taylor going to put the next one in here. It's going to be a strike. 2-2 the count. Of course, make sure to follow High Button Sports on all of our socials, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and the High Button Podcast. We really had Nathan McKinnon as our episode 400 guest. Second time he's on the show, so that was certainly very exciting for us. So that's going to be a strike 3. And that's going to be out of there. And that's going to be the one out right there. All right, here we go. Tyler Chong going to be stepping in here, starting this game at second base. Or Chang, as they put it down there. Did I accidentally put that as an A? Yes, I did. I apologize for that. So Chang stepping in there. Ball, 1-0. Comes the 1-0 pitch from Taylor. Ball, 2-0. One out here in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. That's going to be put to the left side. And that's going to get through and into left field for the base hit. And there's Chang going to be on there with the base hit here. Reed Lunny stepping up to the plate here, starting this game at shortstop. Or third base, excuse me. Chang going to take his lead off of first here. Here's the pitch. Ball, 1-0 the count. Wind's starting to pick up once again here at Beasley. It was picking up earlier in the first, but now it's picked up once again here. Here's the pitch. It's going to be the ball for the 2-0 count. Tyler taking that lead off of first there by a good margin there, maybe about 4 or 5 paces. Here's the pitch. That ball's going to be lost there, and that's going to advance Tyler Chang to second base. 3-0 count here on Lunny. Tyler Chang taking that lead off of second base. But by the same length, he led off first. As here comes the pitch. It's a strike, 3-1. And just a quick little consultation there between Taylor and Liam Leibold, who's starting at catcher for PEI here in this game. Looks like they got everything they wanted sorted out there, and we're about to get back out here. A 3-1 count here. So we are 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Ball, and that's going to be the walk, and there goes that man, Lunny, to first base.
Number 51, the left fielder, Jody Hums.
All right, we're going to keep things going here. Jody Hums stepping in here. He's starting this game in left field, as we have runners on first and second here for the Hawks. That's going to be a ball, 1-0. Hums stepping back in there. Strike. 1-1 is the count. Runners at first and second here for the Hawks. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be the strike in there. 1-2. Lead off coming from both second and first here. It's going to be shot down the left field line, but foul. That keeps the at-bat going here for Hums this time. Stepping back in, here's Taylor. Chang off of second and Lunny off of first. And stepping back in, there's Hums. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ball. The count is 2-2. Wind's starting to pick up once again out there. As I said before, probably might mediate the extreme heat expected today. That's going to be popped up into the infield, and that is going to be settled under and caught for second out of the inning. Worth able to settle under that one, or excuse me, McDougall able to settle under that one and get the catch here for the second out. All right, here comes Aiden Amend to step up here, who's DHing to start this game. Interesting here, the Newmarket Hawks are using the DH, but the PEI are electing to use the pitcher they got out there. Taylor is one of their hitters, so that's going to be in there for strike 0-1. Here comes the pitch. Strike 2. 0-2. All right, stepping back in here is going to be Amend, as he's still got 2 runners on base here, but now down 0-2 in the count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. That one's going to be put out there to center field. This could be a tough one. Oh, but the play's going to be made there, and that's going to be the out right there, and beautiful catch made there. Looked like that was Worth on that one, and that's going to do it here for the second inning. All right, back out here at the top of the third here, Newmarket Hawks and PEI All-Stars here in the Canadian U22 2022 Baseball Championships. Mark Mob with you, High Button Sports. Thank you very much for sticking with us here. And then we gonna have Gaudette leading off here in the top of the third. Back to the top of the order here for the PEI All-Stars. Gaudette struck out his last at-bat. That's going to be fouled off to the left side. 0-1 the count. It's going to be Gaudette, Ryan, and Taylor due up for PEI here in this top of the third. So, like I said, back to the top of the order here to start the top of the third here for the PEI All-Stars. It's going to be high. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Strike. 1-2 the count. Gaudette behind in the count here. 1-2. Here's the pitch from McKnight. That's going to be struck out there, and that's one away here in the top of the third. Nolan Ryan back up here for the PEI All-Stars. He grounded out to shortstop his last time up. That's going to be fouled to the left side. 0-1 is the count. Stepping back in here is going to be Ryan. 0-1 the count here. 1 out here in the top of the third. Here's the pitch. Grounded to third. The throw over. It's going to be in time there for the out 2 away. Beautiful throw over there by, it was Lunny on that one to get the out. All right, Taylor going to step back in here for the PEI All-Stars. He singled his last at-bat. See if he can get another hit on the board here, as here's McKnight. And once again, it's the two pitchers out there, as Taylor's still in pitching for PEI, so that's going to be a strike. 0-1 the count. Of course, we spoke of that earlier, the very interesting situation, how PEI have got a pitcher batting, but Newmarket electing for the DH there, as that's going to be fouled back. 0-2. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Here's the pitch coming in here from Logan McKnight. Ball. 1-2. One and two the count here, as here comes, I thought it was going to be the pitch there, but no, just adjusting his hat there was McKnight. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, 2-2. That's going to be put in there to second base, but the catch is going to be made there. Very nice play there. And that is going to do it for top of the third. All right, we're back at it here, bottom of the third here between the Newmarket Hawks and the PEI All-Stars here from the Canadian U22 Baseball Championships. Mark Moff with you from High Button Sports. Thank you very much for sticking with us here. And leading off the bottom third is Jacob Salapika here for the Hawks, as here comes the pitch from Taylor. Swung on and missed. 0-1 the count. Salapika is starting this game in right field. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be a ball, 1-1. Still a scoreless game here as we're mere moments now into the bottom of the third. Strike in there. 1-2 is the count. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Taylor. That is drilled, but foul. That would have been a good hit if it was fair, but a bit of give and take there as he keeps the at-bat going here. All right, here comes the pitch. That's going to be high and make the count 2-2. Two pitch coming. That's going to be high and a full count. Because both these teams would love to get their tournament off to a good start here in the round robin portion here of the tournament. Of course, these two teams as well as 6 others here in total competing here in Dartmouth. Swing and a miss on the payoff pitch, and that's going to be a strikeout. And Salapika is struck out there, 1 away here in the bottom of the third. Senorino's going to step back in here for the Hawks. He grounded out to shortstop his last time out. Steps back into the box here as we are 1 out here in the bottom of the third. So that one's going to be fouled back, 0-1. Off the foul there. We're going to see the 0-1 pitch coming from Taylor. That's going to be a ball. 1-1. Still in here for this at-bat here is Sidorinos. As here comes the pitch from Taylor. That's going to be a ball, and that's going to make the count 1-2. Next one coming from Taylor. That's going to be fouled back. Once again, back into the track and field facility behind us. That's going to make the count here 2-2 as we are 1 gone here in the bottom of the third. Bunch of kids all racing to try and get to the ball first back there. It's kind of funny to see there, so that's going to be a ball to make the count a full count. Oh, they're going to help each other out. Okay, I thought they were going to fight over it for a second there, but now they're going to help each other out. Bring it back together. About 4 or 5 of them down there. All right, back to this one here. Full count here as we are 1 out here in the bottom of the third. And here comes the payoff pitch from Taylor to Sonorinos. That's going to be put onto the right side there. Second base side. The catch is going to be made for the second out. Able to range back for that one was Culleton, and the second out of the bottom of the third. Ashton Fijo going to step back in here for the Newmarket Hawks. He grounded out to first his last at-bat. Pitch coming from Taylor. Ball. Inside, 1-0. 1-0 coming. Foul back. 1-1. One coming from Taylor. Grounded. Going to get through there on the right side, and that's going to be in there. Single there, and that's going to send Fito to first base there for the single that time. Still 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. CJ Morey going to step back in here for the Hawks. He popped out to shortstop his last time up. All right, Morey's going to come up here with Ficho at first base, and Ficho going to take a few steps off here as we're going to see the pitch here from Taylor. Strike. 0-1 the count. Morey going to step back in here. Ficho off first. Here's the pitch. Strike. 0-2 there, so down in the hole here is CJ Morey, as we're working with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Oh, 2 coming. That's going to be inside for the 1-2 count. Stepping back in here, Morey. Get ready for this one here as Fijo off first base once again here. 1-2 pitch. Ball. 2-2. Pitch coming, and that's going to be popped up into the infield. Oh, and that was lost in the sun, and that's going to cause runners to be at the corners here, still with 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning.
Number 10, catcher, Ethan Murdy.
Murdy to step back in here. He struck out his last at bat, but he's going to have runners on the corners here with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Carlton tried to get them one, but he must have just lost it in the sun there. It's just very bright out there right now, and infield going to come in here for PEI just to talk things through here as we still remains 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Of course, this is Mark Moffat with you from High Button Sports. Thank you very much for sticking with us here on this August morning here in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia at Beasley Field. Of course, the entire High Button Sports crew is with here, and we'd like to wish an early happy birthday to one of our favorite people in the entire world, Sidney Crosby, as he's going to be having that just coming up soon here. So, Sid, if you're watching, listening, we wish you have a very good day, my man. Wish you have a great one then. All right, looks like the infield consultation is over here for the PEI All-Stars. We're about to get back to this thing here as it is going to be Murdy coming up here. When he eventually comes up here, he's going to have runners on the corners here. And looks like we're just working something out here before we continue here. Of course, it's going to be runners at the corners here. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third, as it's going to be Fijo at third and Morey at first when we get back going here, as Murdy's going to step into the box here. Of course, he struck out his first at-bat, so he's going to step it in here as soon as we get whatever it is that needs to be sorted. I'm not exactly sure what's going on out there, but hopefully it gets sorted out in quick order. Once again, I'm not exactly sure what the issue is here. Everything looked fine to me, at least from sitting up here.
The trail and cars are in the complex as they come to the field level, please.
Now the manager's just talking out there briefly. Once again, I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Everything looked fine to me. I don't know what's going on here. Of course, still out here in Dartmouth. Sun beating down. I don't see a cloud to be seen in the sky anywhere, so hopefully that stays. The weather stays nice the whole weekend here. All right, looks like we have a theory here or an answer. Of course, we got pitch counts going here, and I guess we're just making sure that the pitch count is accurate because, of course, there are rules for that at this level to make sure no one's out there for too long or completely wears their arm off or has it fall right out of their shoulder socket. Just make sure everything's straightened up with that here. Still top of the third here, or bottom of the third, I should say, excuse me, 2 outs. There's going to be Murdy coming up here. As soon as we get this straightened away, he's going to have Maury at first and Vijo at third base, so runners at the corners. All right, we might just lay out here just for a little bit, and when we get back to it, we'll get back to it. All right, we're back to this thing here. Here comes Murdy stepping in. We got a new pitcher in there for PEI, Jack McKenzie, coming over from first base to pitch, and we're going to get this pitch here. That's going to be pop, foul, and back. That's going to make the count 0-1 here. Still 2 outs here in the bottom third. We're just trying to figure out the pitch count there, if they should bring out Tyler Taylor, and he has. He's moved to first base. Nolan Ryan going to center field. Of course, Taylor going to first after just pitching there. After his 2 2/3 innings, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 hits for him. Pickoff attempt to first. Safe. Of course, as we mentioned earlier, Murdy winning the home run derby yesterday, nipping tie-do set of the host Dartmouth Oil Renegades right at the very end. So he's got that one there as Bijo still at third and Maury still at first. Here comes the pitch from McKenzie. That's going to be popped up into the infield. High, towering, arcing, and it is going to be caught at short, and that's going to end the third inning. All right, back at it up here, top of the fourth here between Newmarket Hawks and PEI All-Stars here in the Canadian U22 Baseball Championships. Mark Moffat here, High Button Sports. Thank you very much for sticking with us here. And McDougall will lead things off here in the top of the fourth. He struck out his last at-bat. Pitch in there from McKnight. It's going to be a ball, 1-0 the count. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Ball. 2-1 the count. Next pitch coming. That's going to be drilled center field. And the catch is to be made one away here in the top of the fourth. Dylan Worth to step back in here. He had a single his last at-bat. And steps back in here in the top of the fourth. McKnight with the pitch. That's going to be belted right center field. And the catch is made once again there, 2 away. 2 good catches made there by Cinerinos, and it's 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Jack McKenzie stepping in here in his new batting spot here in the lineup. Or actually still his old one, but of course now he's pitching here. He flew out to right field his last at-bat. That's going to be ground up the middle. Diving play, and the throw's not going to be made there, and that's going to be the single there for McKenzie to put him on. I'm giving it as a hit up here because that would have been a very difficult play there for Tyler Chang to make over there. And it's going to put the Jack McKenzie on there with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. All right, here stepping back in here, Culleton stepping back in here, flew out to center field his last at-bat. Here's the pitch from McKnight. Fouled back, 0-1. McKenzie leads off first. Here's the pitch. McKenzie's going. That's going to be a strike. And the throw is not going to be in time. McKenzie gets the second off the steal. Oh, and 2 the count now on Culleton. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. But, of course, we got McKenzie on second off the steal. In the dirt, that ball's going to go by for a ball, and that's going to advance McKenzie to third base. All right, stepping back in here as the count is 1-2 here on Culleton. Here's the pitch. High. 2-2. McKenzie still at third. Here's the pitch. In there, gets that strike, and that's going to do it there. And that is it there for the top of the 4th. Check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, we're back now. We just had a little bit of issue there. Sorry about that with our headsets, but we're back to it now. One out here in the bottom of the fourth here. It's going to be a ball there. Chang just struck out there, so that's the one out there. And now Reed Lunny's back up to the plate here. Had a walk his last time up, as we are one out here in the bottom of the fourth. Swing and a miss there. Strike. 1-1 the count. Here comes the next pitch from McKenzie. That's going to be fouled back there to make it 1-2. Our eye in the skies here at High Button Sports have Ethan Boivier warming up there in the bullpen, so he should be coming in soon, we would imagine, there for the Hawks. Next pitch coming. That's going to be fouled away. That keeps the at-bat going here for Lunny. Ball. 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3. And man's going to be out of there, and that's going to be 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. All right, next coming up here, Jaden Hum's coming back up here. He had a fly out into the infield to third base his last at-bat. Hum's coming up here with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Of course, remember, these are just 7-inning games here. McKenzie's pitch. That's going to be grounded to third base. The throw over is going to be in time. And that is going to do it here for the fourth inning. All right, we're back at it here as we're now in the top of the fifth here of Newmarket Hawks and PEI All-Stars in the U22 Baseball Championships. Mark Moff with you, High Button Sports. Thank you for sticking with us here. Gary Hebert stepping back in there for the PEI All-Stars. He reached his last time up there. Ball, 1-0 the count. McKnight still in there for the Hawks. Ball. 2-0. Still in the scoreless game here. Here's the pitch. Center field. Popping it up. Catch is made, one away. All right, Label coming up once again here. Flew out to right field his last at bat. McKnight with the pitch. Strike. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Foul to the left side. 0-2. One out here in the top of the fifth. Here's the pitch. Strikeout, and that's going to have Label strikeout there. And we're now 2 outs here in the top of the fifth. Back to the top of the order here. Chase Goodette coming back up here for PEI. 2 strikeouts for him thus far. Could change that here. Strike, 0-1. That's going to be belted, but foul to the left side, 0-2. There goes that bouncing ball along through the parking lot. Fortunately, no people or cars around when that ball came down. 0-2 the count. 2 outs here in the top of the fifth. And that ball was... Looks like time was called before that pitch came, so gonna reset here as 0-2 still the count here. Still 2 outs here in the top of the fifth. Here's the pitch. Strike 3, and that's going to do it here for the top of the fifth. All right, back for this one, bottom of the fifth here, Newmarket Hawks and PEI All-Stars here in the Canadian U22 Baseball Championships. Mark Moff with you, High Button Sports. Thank you very much for sticking with us here Aiden Amend to lead things off here in the bottom of the fifth. Ball, 1-0 the count. McKenzie still out there pitching for PEI. Amend flew out to shortstop his last time up. That's going to be put on there to the first base side, and the easy tag of the bag, 1 away. All right, here we go. Jacob Salapika to make his way back up here. Struck out his last at bat as he comes up 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth. In the first strike, 0-1. Ball in there, 1-1. Here comes the next pitch from McKenzie. That's going to be fouled back. And keeps the at-bat going. 1-2 still the count. Of course, first game of the tournament for both teams here in the preliminary round stage. That's going to be a strikeout there, and that's going to strike the man out. So that's going to make it 1 out here. Back up to the top of the order here for the Newmarket Hawks, and Sedorenios making his way back up here for the Hawks. He has grounded out and flew out in this game thus far. In the dirt there, 1-0. Or excuse me, what am I thinking? 2 outs here, excuse me, in the bottom of the fifth. Of course, you saw the ground out, then the strikeout. Now we're on to this one here. Here's the pitch. High. 2-0. That's a ball. That puts the count at 3-0 now. Here's the pitch from McKenzie. Down the heart of the plate, first strike, 3-1. Still working with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. And that's going to be the walk, and there goes Sedorenios to first base. All right, it's going to bring Fijo back up to the plate here. He is grounded out, had a single in this game thus far. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Pickoff play to first. Not in time. Sedorenios going to lead off first here as stepping back in is Fijo. Here's the pitch. That's going to be fouled off to the right side. 0-1 the count. Sedorenios leading off first here. Here's the next pitch. High, ball 2. Or ball 1, I should say. 1-1 the count. Here comes McKenzie with the 1-1 pitch. Pickoff play to first. Got him! That's going to be out right there, and that's going to do it here for the 5th inning. About to get started with the top of the 6th here with the PEI All-Stars and the Newmarket Hawks here. Mark Moff with you, High Button Sports. Thank you for sticking with us here. Nolan Ryan to lead things off here in the top of the 6th for the PEI All-Stars. As that the first pitch from McKnight goes to second. Play to first. Close one, not in time, as that's going to be the single there for Ryan. All right, Tyler Taylor back up here. He's had a single and a flyout in the game thus far. Ryan leads off first. That's going to be drilled right field, but the catch is made, and that's going to be the first out. McDougall steps back up to the plate. A strikeout and a flyout to center field for his game thus far at the plate. Here's the pitch. There goes the runner. And sliding in for the steal does Ryan, and gets to second. It's going to be an 0-1 count here on McDougall. All right, now we're going to have Ryan on second. Here's the pitch from McKnight. McDougall hits this one up the middle, goes to second, play to first. It's going to be there for the out. That's going to be 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Worth steps back up here. Has got a single and a fly out to center at the plate today. Ryan's going to be at third. Here's the pitch. Strike. 0-1.
After 4 completed mainland, it's 8-7 cancel over Metro.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Here's the pitch. That is going to be fouled off to the right side now to play. Keeps the at-bat going for Worth. All right, 0-2 is going to be the count here. Here's the pitch. A little blooper into third base, and that's going to do it for the out there, and that's going to do it here for the top of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th now here in this game. Newmarket Hawks PEI All-Stars and the Canadian U22 Baseball Championships. Mark Mob with you, High Button Sports. Thank you very much for sticking with us here. And it's going to be leading off here the top of the 6th inning. The bottom of the 6th inning there. Quickly down. 0-2 there is Fijo. He steps back in there. That one ripped to the left side, opposite field. But the catch is made, one away. That's going to bring Morey back up to the plate here. He flew out into the infield and had a single at the plate today. One gone here in the bottom of the 6th. Remember, just the 7-inning games here at the tournament. That one ripped to the left side. Nice catch there. Beautiful. Oh, what a beautiful leaping effort there by Worth to get that one. And it's now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. And oh, what a catch that was. My gosh. As we're going to see Murdy come back up to the plate here. Has a strikeout and a flyout thus far in the game. And once again, our eyes in the sky here to have Connor Ellsworth warming up in the PEI bullpen. So that's going to be a ball, 1-0 the count. That's going to be lined to the second base side. Diving play. Throw is going to be close. In time. Wow. What a tremendous play there. Culleton gets that one. Two tremendous plays there from the PEI infield there. And that's going to do it here for the 6th. About to start the top of the 7th here, so top of the final inning here, at least for now, here in the Canadian U22 Baseball Championships between Newmarket and PEI. Mark Moff with you, High Button Sports. Thank you very much for sticking with us here. And we got a new pitcher in for the Newmarket Hawks, Ethan Boisvier, going to be in there pitching after Logan McKnight went his 6 innings. Top of the 7th, about to start here between Newmarket Hawks and PEI here in the Canadian U22 Baseball Champions. Mark Moffat up here, High Button Sports. Thank you very much for tuning in as always. And we got a new pitcher in there for Newmarket. Is Ethan Boisvier. Here's his first pitch. That's going to be a ball. 1-0 the count on Jack McKenzie, who's back up at the plate here. Has flew out and has had a single at the plate today. Boisvier, next one. Right up there, and that's going to get through. Oh, off the bad break there. That's going to go off the arm and get in there for the single there for McKenzie. All right, Colton steps back in here for PEI as flew out and has struck out in the game thus far at the plate. McKenzie leads off first. Here's the pitch. Bunt. And there's the bunt, trying to advance the man to second. Throw's going to be in time at first, but doing exactly what needs to be done in that situation and getting the man to second base. One away.
Number 31, the left fielder.
Of course, still in the scoreless game here in the top of the 7th inning of 7 innings that are going to be played here for these games in the tournament. All right, we're going to pinch hitter up here, trying to see who it is. Chandler DeRoche stepping in here for the pinch hit spot here. Taking the spot of Hebert in the batting lineup here. See what he can do here, number 76. Pitch from Boisvier is a ball. Gets away from the catcher. Oh, but that's a good play there from the catcher to keep the runner at second base there. Very nice one by Murdy. All right, so 1-0 is going to be the count. We're going to still have McKenzie at second as DeRoche steps back in. Strike there, and that's going to make it the 1-1 count there. Of course, Boisvier taking the place of McKnight, who pitched the 6 good innings here before being relieved by Boisvier. That is chopped foul, 1-2. 1 out here still in the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Ball. 2-2. Leading off second is McKenzie. Here's the pitch from Boisvier. And DeRoche is going to put that one foul to keep the at-bat going. So that one's bouncing into the parking lot there. Bouncing and rolling and going to come to a stop, looks like, by one of the lampposts out there. 2-2 the count. McKenzie leads off second. Oh, good lead. Oh, good size lead up there, about 5 or 6 paces. Pitch coming from Boisvier. Ball. Full count now. All right, 3-2 count coming up here as DeRoche steps back in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to go back into the glove there for the 3rd strike, and that's going to be 2 away. Leibold steps back in here. Has had a flyout and a strikeout in this game thus far at the plate. McKenzie leads off second there, and goes back there. Motioning there by Boisvier. Pitch coming. And, oh, geez, that come almost right into our location here, but thankfully that's why the mesh is there, so that's going to be the foul ball. 0-1 the count. Of course, we don't need another Windsor out of the stretch incident. If you remember that from last year at the Atlantic Baseball Showcase, that was a very strong reaction I had to that one when I thought the ball was coming at my face, but the mesh is there, and that one's going to hit him, and there goes Label to first base, so that's going to hit him and send him to first. All right, so we're going to have Labeled on first and McKenzie on second, and here comes Chase Gaudette coming back up to the plate here for PEI. That's 3 strikeouts thus far. But what a time to change that right now. Runners on first and second here as we are 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. McKenzie off second, Labeled off first. Here's the pitch from Boisvier. Ball, 1-0 the count. Next pitch from Boisvier. Ball, 2-0. Of course, we're still going to score this game here in the top of the 7th. And remember, it's only a 7-inning game here, so it's getting tight here. McKenzie off second. Labeled off first. Pitch from Boisvier. Strike. In there. 2-1. Still 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Swing and a miss there, and that is going to be strike 2, 2-2. All right, 2-2 to count here. McKenzie off second, Labeled off first. Pitch coming to Gaudette. That is ripped, foul to the left side. That keeps the at-bat going for Gaudette there. Still 2-2. McKenzie off second. Labeled off first. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. At bat continues. Still continuing here. 2 outs here. Top of the 7th. McKenzie off second. Labeled off first. Here comes the pitch from Boisvier. Swing and a miss. That's going to be strike 3, and that's going to do it here for the top of 7th. Still no scores. We head to the bottom half of the 7th and final inning. All right, here for the bottom of the 7th inning, the last inning of regular play here. And it's still 0-0. Chang stepping back in there for the Newmarket Hawks. He has singled and struck out at the plate today. Of course, it's Mark Moff with you, High Button Sports. Thank you very much for sticking with us here at the Canadian U22 Baseball Championships. McKenzie still on the mound for PEI and throws in a strike to start the bottom of the 7th. 0-1 the count. Of course, this is crucial here for Newmarket as they have a chance to potentially walk off the game here. Or we could go to extra innings here as that one's belted to center field. Falls in for a signal, and that's going to send Chang to first base there. And so the potential winning run here for Newmarket is Amir. Oh, at first base, I should say. Lunny steps back in for Newmarket. He has had a walk and a strikeout at the plate today. And this is going to be a big one here with Chang at first base here in the bottom of the 7th. The last inning of regular play here. Of course, these are 7-inning games here at the tournament. Here's the pitch. Show and bunt, and it's going to be bunted up there. And oh! What a catch there by McKenzie. Flying through the air. Getting that one there and gets it, and that's going to be the first out of the bottom of the 7th. What a play. Eric Lucas now coming up pinch hitting here for Newmarket, taking the place of Hums in the batting order, and perhaps taking Hums' place at left field should the game go that far. Still have Chang at first base. Out! Got him! Oh my gosh. That's going to... Chang was leading off first, and they got the put out there, and that is going to have him out there. That's going to be 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 7th. All right, here. It's in their first strike, as that's going to be 0-1 the count there on Lucas. Fouled back, 0-2. Pitch coming from McKenzie. Ball, 1-2 the count. Next pitch coming. Ripped center field. That's going to be the single there, and that's going to send Lucas off the pinch hit to first base. So once again, a runner on first for Newmarket, but now we have 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. And Amen coming back up here. He has flew out and grounded out in the game thus far at the plate. This is a big one here as he's got a runner on first in Lucas, but there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. As ripped right to second, that's going to be the out, and in the very first game we do here for our coverage, we need extra innings. To start our first extra inning here, top of the 8th here at Beasley for the game here, Newmarket Hawks and PEI All-Stars here in the U22 Canadian Baseball Championships. Mark Moff with you, High Button Sports. Thank you very much for tuning in as always. Now, of course, because it's extra innings here and the rules are how they are here, we're going to have runners on first and second to start off the top of the 8 here for the PEI All-Stars. So as we get this here, as Nolan Ryan steps back in here, he has had a single as well as 2 groundouts in the game thus far at the plate. Here's the pitch from Boisvier, who showed bunt there, and that's going to be right in there for a strike, 0-1. Ryan showing bunt again here, looking to advance those runners. That's going to be a ball, 1-1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ball, 2-1, excuse me. Both runners leading off. Here's the pitch. That was bunted off and foul. That's going to keep the count at 2-2. 2-2 the count here to Ryan as Boisvier steps back in here. And Boisvier is going to give the pitch. That's inside for a ball. Full count. Both runners lead off here from first and second. Pitch coming. Ball, and that's going to load the bases here for PEI.
Number 54, center fielder, Tyler Taylor.
Looks like we might have another pinch hitter here for trying to see here. Oh no, it's Taylor back up there, excuse me. He's had in this game single, fly out, As now we have loaded bases here in the top of the 8th, the first extra inning here. Ball high, 1-0. All right, base is still loaded. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch from Boisvier. Strike, 1-1. Base is still loaded here. Here is the pitch. Bunted, foul. 1-2 now. It's the pitch. Fouled back, keeps the at-bat going. Base is still loaded here. Boisvier looks in for the pitch, and here comes from Ethan Boisvier. Ball. That's going to make the count 2-2 here. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3, and that's going to be first out here in the top of the 8th. Dougal coming back up here. Says struck out, flew out, and grounded out. Base is still loaded. Ball, 1-0. Next one, Bombardier coming with the pitch. That is put up there to center field. This could be trouble. But the catch is going to be made for the second out. All right, Worth coming back up here. He's got a single in this game as well as a fly out. And Worth going to come back up here. Strike in there, 0-1. Back to the pitcher, off the cleat of the pitcher. Oh, it's going to be trouble. The bad hop there. And that's going to score one run now. Uh-oh, this runner's caught in a run down here. This could be trouble. One run at least is going to score, and there's going to be the easy tag right there for the out. So that's going to do it here for top 8. 1-0 lead. Finally a run on the board here. PEI gets it. Back here for the bottom of the 8th here. Of course, the 8th, the first extra inning here in this one. Newmarket Hawks, PEI All-Stars continuing here. Mark Moffat, High Button Sports. Thank you very much for tuning in as always. Isaac Compton now pitching here for PEI. Showing bunt here, and that is going to be bunted down here. Play to first in time, but that's going to advance the runners here, and that was a good play there by, trying to see who that was. Jack Kinsett was pinch hitting there for the Newmarket and gets it on there. So that's going to be one away here. And it looks like we're going to have an intentional walk here to set up the forces here for PEI. So that's going to send Stadarinos off to first. All right, now stepping up here is going to be, it looks like,
Ashton Taylor.
Picho stepping back in here. He's grounded out. He's had a single and he's flew out as well. Bases loaded here for Newmarket. But of course the 1-0 lead for PEI, low, 1-0. That is put to first. Play at the plate. It's going to be a close one. That's going to be the force out at the plate there for 2 away, but the bases are still loaded here for Newmarket. All right, Morey steps back in here. He flew out twice and had a single in his plate appearances today. Bases are still loaded here, but now it is 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th, so a chance for PEI to win the game here if they can get it out, but the bases are loaded here for Newmarket. Still 1-0 lead here for PEI. Here's the pitch, strike. 0-1 the count, so 2 strikes away here are the PEI. Pitch. Swung on and hit to right field, and now it's going to be in the gap. In the gap, one's going to come around, and here comes the second one. I don't think a throw is going to come. It's not going to come, and that does it. The ball game is over. Walk-off job gets the job done, and that does it. 2-1 victory here for Newmarket, and close win there, and they get the win. So very dramatic way to end the ball game here, and that is going to do it. This ball game is over. 2-1 victory for Newmarket off a walk-off. Very exciting finish. All right, we're going to have our Player of the Game presentations, and then we'll be done for the first game of what's going to be a big weekend here at Baseball High Button Sports. All right, that's going to do it for our first game here, but